When you hear the term gluten-free, you probably think about food, but apparently gluten-free also applies to skin products. Our resident dermatologist, Shoshana Kindred, joins us now with this week's Derm Myth. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Always happy to be here.
So gluten-free, I mean, a lot of people think that when it comes to food that's healthier. It may or may not be. It depends on if you have a gluten allergy. But I'm wondering about gluten-free skin products. Is that healthier or maybe not? Is it sort of the same thing?
Right. So gluten-free, part of it is truth, part of it is fads and trends. And a gluten-free product is not necessarily safer than one with gluten.
So why do you think that they're even marketing it that way as gluten-free or not? And I'm also wondering if they could potentially even be dangerous.
So they're harmless, actually. That's one of the good things is when there is a myth, our main purpose is to make sure that it's not harmful to anyone. They're harmless. So if you have a gluten-free product that you absolutely love, go for it. But if you're using it because it's healthier, then you can probably save your money because they tend to upcharge for the term gluten-free.
That makes sense. So how does it affect people with actual gluten allergies?
And there's a lot of studies on this because this was definitely a concern of ours. It turns out that the gluten molecule is too large to be absorbed into the skin. Now, if you have a wound and you rub, gluten into it, then maybe that's an exception. But so long as the skin is intact, if you have celiac disease or if you have dermatitis, herpetiformis, these are two conditions where patients are allergic to wheat or gluten, or even you have an outright gluten allergy, gluten on the skin does not trigger that inflammatory cascade that leads to the reaction. In other words, if you ingest it, it's a problem if you have an allergy. But if it's on your skin, we're not seeing symptoms in the patient.
I love having you here to sort of bust these myths because, again, we all want to be healthier and there's so much that's marketed to us as healthy, gluten-free or vegan or whatever it is. We don't know until we find out from you.
And it's so
actually is something that makes sense. Yes. So you have busted another myth. Thank you for that. And a place that people can go to learn more is, of course, your website, but you also have a book.
Yes. DermMyth, Breaking the Cycle of Skincare Myths.
All right.
And it has this and other myths in there.
I think it's really important to pick that up, and they can do that just by going to your website, correct?
Yes, they can go to DermMyth.com or the office, KindredHairandSkin.com as well.
Perfect. And they can make their appointments as well that way.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Perfect. Dr. Shoshana Kindred, thank you so much for being with us for this Derm Myth Monday, and we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.